But we're here right now to talk War Games.
What a game.
So, NXT War Games, there's only 4 matches, and Triple H was asked about that on today's conference call. They said, what was the decision-making and reasoning for only doing 4 matches? And Triple H goes, well, not only is it a time thing, but it's do you really need to just add a bunch of matches that don't mean anything? Do you need to go out there and say, okay, we'll add one extra match the week of, and that match either is going to have to go long and not mean anything or be cut short and not mean anything because it's just an extra match added week of with no story or build. So with them doing the War Games match and them doing the 2 out of 3 falls, only having 4 matches means that both of those matches can have some time on the show.
But not only that, all 4 of those matches also seem like they matter. Like,
Exactly.
they're all coherent. They all make sense. They're, like Steve Van Bloom here in chat says, 4 huge matches, which I like. You cut them short because you cut the amount of matches short because it makes it easier, and I like it.
So moving forward, the first match with the NXT Women's Championship on the line in a 2 out of 3 falls match. We got Shayna Baszler defending against Kairi Sane. And it's WWE, so you know it's 99% going to go to that 3rd fall.
You know, I'm not as excited as I am for the other matches with this match, strictly because I feel like we've just seen it 247,000 times in a few different places. I think these 2 women are great.
Shayna versus Kairi?
Yeah, I feel like we've just seen it a lot.
We've seen it Mae Young Classic. They did it again in February. This would be the 3rd is TakeOver Brooklyn. This would be the 5th in a year.
And then Evolution, right?
Yeah, the Evolution was the 4th time they did it. And so this would be the 5th in about a year.
They're clearly going to bring out some different stuff with this as well, which I like. They're going to have to. And I think I say this every time Shayna has a match. This is when Shayna loses, drops the belt, and comes up to the main roster. Has to be. For God's sakes, please just let this be the moment, because there's not much else to do down there anymore. There's not much else to do.
No.
I think this is going to be a great match for this match. Real quick, I'm going to take... Wait, drum roll. Taking Kairi Sane.
Kairi Sane. Now, before I make my pick, you alluded to something here. You were like, well, is there nothing left for her to do, and da-da-da-da-da. Triple H has also asked that on the conference call about, hey, can guys and girls just become such big stars on NXT that they stay down in NXT and just do great things in NXT and not have to move to the main roster? And Triple H said maybe one day that will be what NXT is. It's not going to just be the place where guys and girls go to have to come to the main roster. Eventually, NXT can become so big that it's a place where you want to stay, where you want to be the top person there and not just, oh, it's been a year I've been here, move me on.
I dig it. I love it.
But I think, I'm going to go Shayna Baszler, because why would they put the title? I mean, why would they put the title on her at Evolution just for her to lose it again 2 weeks later, 3 weeks later?
I've got her. I've got Sane all the way.
You got Sane, I've got Shayna. For the next match we do have here, it is Aleister Black taking on. Now, do we call him Johnny Wrestling or Johnny Failure?
You call him Johnny Gargano. His fucking name.
Johnny Gargano.
So what I like about this match a lot is I like the way that Gargano has been on social media, saying, "How am I the bad guy? Did you see Aleister try to beat up William Regal? All I did was protect Regal. How am I the bad guy? I'm not a bad person." I really like this kind of like snarky piece of shit type guy that Gargano's playing up. I think, again, this is just a very fan service. Hey, enjoy this, for lack of a better term, independent wrestling style match. This will be match of the night. I'm looking more forward to this than I am WarGames. These 2 guys are great. I wouldn't even be surprised if you saw a lot of hints of Gargano starting to feed into Tommaso a little bit and kind of play up the whole I'm a bad guy, the Johnny Blackheart shit like that. That would be cool, but in all honesty, I've got Aleister Black winning in this match. Mostly because look how fucking cool his tattoos are, dude.
Right. I think he's going to win as well. I think Aleister Black's going to win and then go on to get his rematch with Ciampa probably on regular NXT television and Ciampa retain. So I'm going Aleister Black as well.
I wonder if that sternum tattoo hurt.
I mean, I don't know.
God.
I've never gotten a tattoo, so I wouldn't know.
The one on my bicep hurt the most. But next match.
Next match we do have is the WarGames match. It is the Undisputed Era with the returning Bobby Fish taking on the team of the North American Champion Ricochet, the United Kingdom Champion. Now, here's my question. Is it still the WWE United Kingdom Champion, or is he now the NXT UK Champion? Because they haven't changed the belt. It still says on the belt, WWE United Kingdom Championship.
It's going to be the WWE United Kingdom Championship.
So we got Pete Dunne and the War Raiders. And on tonight's NXT, they had Kyle O'Reilly take on, I think it was Hanson. Winner gets the advantage in WarGames for their team. Kyle O'Reilly was victorious. So until all men are in the ring, the Undisputed Era should have the advantage, which means two guys will start. When a third guy comes in, that's going to be the Undisputed Era guy. So it will be early on 2-on-1, then it will be 2-on-3, and so forth.
So what I like is I'm sure we're going to get the play-in of Dunn and Roderick. You're going to get a lot of Cole and Ricochet, and then you're going to get Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish really, really headhunting War Raiders. There's clear stories for everyone in here. I think it's just going to be a very fun match. I'm excited to see the shenanigans that Kyle O'Reilly pulls. Remember when he hit himself in the head with a chair at the last WarGames? I still think of it.
Yeah. And going back to that NXT conference call again, Triple H did mention that they learned a lot with the first WarGames that they can now implement as far as what to and not to do going forward. And he said, excuse me, what we see tonight or this Saturday is going to make it so we know that this is an annual thing that the fans are going to want every single year, and it is going to be a new tradition for the WWE. It may not be your grandpappy's WarGames from the 80s and 90s, but it's going to be something that people are going to want every single year.
I dig it. I'm genuinely really excited for this WarGames match. Not as excited as I am for some other matches, but
Who do you
still.
got?
Undisputed.
2 years in a row?
Yeah.
See, I'm a little torn here. I'm like, I can see them going Undisputed Era again 2 years in a row. But at the same time, it's like, do they do 2 years in a row? And nothing's on the line. It's all pride. So
only thing I can think of is that Undisputed Era would have to lose by internally fighting.
How? They're not going to break them up.
I'm telling you, man, Fish and strong. Telling you, man, Fish and strong.
We'll see. But I'm going to go Undisputed Era winning as well. It just makes sense. And then, because with that, then you've got Adam Cole who can be like, oh, well, we won WarGames. Ricochet, where's my rematch?
Mm-hmm.
They haven't done the rematch, have they? Well, they did, but it was like a triple threat. And then
are the rematch clauses limited to singles matches?
I don't know.
Yeah, at this point, the rematch.
Maybe you have Adam Cole pin Ricochet. Then you can be like, hey, I pinned you. Give me my match.
What is it, New Japan?
Hey. You got to have some... Hey, it's NXT. They have more logic than the main roster.
That's very true.
So, as we talk about the main event, at least... Actually, we don't know what the main event is actually going to be. It could be WarGames, or it could be this match.
Got a feeling it's going to be WarGames as the main event. But Ricochet.
The NXT
not
champion.
Ricochet, I'm
Whoa,
sorry.
no. The NXT championship, Tommaso Ciampa versus Velveteen Dream. You got quiet. Are you there?
Yeah, you completely cut out on me.
Oh,
Ciampa and Dream. This is interesting.
Very.
I like it a lot. I love Velveteen. I love Ciampa. Our friends over at In the Click, Baby Huey and Bimbo Jimbo, guys over there, got the opportunity to talk to both Ciampa and Black, which didn't know Ciampa would do interviews, honestly. Didn't think...
Have they done the interview yet, or are they going to?
Yeah, it's already posted.
Oh, nice.
Ciampa said that he would challenge his friends, Kenny Omega. I think he specifically called out Omega, Okada, and Suzuki to come to NXT. Because he said there's nowhere better in the world than NXT, and he's not saying that as a corporate standpoint. I think Ciampa's got a lot of what it takes to be of the next Balor when it comes to NXT champion.
Yes.
Because I feel like it's time for that to happen again. Because I feel like this could be a good chance to tinker with your heel champion becoming a face champion very, very quickly.
But
I
think Ciampa needs to hold the title all the way until they're ready to put it on Gargano. Because Gargano's whole thing right now is, I don't care which matches I win or lose, as long as I win that match for the NXT Championship, where it's Ciampa's the champion. He's like, I don't want to beat anybody for that title unless it's Tommaso. So that's leading me to believe that eventually Ciampa will drop the title to Gargano.
And I do like what LF the Third here says. Ciampa wins. Johnny Interference helps him out a little bit.
Maybe. Plus, I think it's a little too early to put the title on Dream.
Very true. $5 from Chris McNutt. Land Ciampa win. Why not let Dream lose? And he's ready to be called up to the main roster. Let him on Raw and have him attack Elias. I think he's ready to. Why not? I mean, he's about as
Dream
hot.
No.
Yeah.
Triple H said it today because they asked him about guys like Velveteen Dream and guys that come in and just pick it up really quickly. And Triple H said Velveteen Dream. Well, he accidentally called him Patrick. He's like, Patrick Velveteen. He goes, guys like that are sponges for this business. They show you that they really enjoy and love what they do, and they're willing to learn. They're the type of guys where you stick them at the PC and you tell them you're going to work on this, and all they want to do is work on that and get better and learn, and they're sponges. And he's one of those guys, and Triple H says that his ceiling is so high for what he's capable of doing and learning. He gets better every day because of it.
Very true.
Very true. And you also got to think, hold on, how old is this guy? Like 21 maybe?
He's young. He's really, really young. He's got a ton of potential in NXT. And I mean, I think he's
23.
main roster. I think he's main roster ready now, but if they choose to bring him up in 2-3 years, I think he's going to be even better then.
Heck, wait and bring him up after. Don't bring him up now. Bring him up.
Wait. Do like a big call up. Don't call up individual people. Do a big call up
after Mania or SummerSlam,
to where they're not gonna flounder going up against main roster guys.
Would you be interested in his call up being in the Royal Rumble?
No. Sure.
Have him in the Rumble, and then and then he's on the main roster from there.
Maybe I don't know, he comes in right after Goldust or something.
That'd be perfect. And him and Goldust go face to face, and Goldust does the thing where he runs his hands up his chest, and he goes to do the bite,
the breathing thing,
the bite, and right as he because he pulls his head back and then he jerks it forward, but as he's getting ready to jerk it forward, Velveteen Dream could take his finger and put it right on his lips and just go. Shh.
Yep,
that'd be cool. That would be a hell of a moment.
Honestly, I kind of want that this year, even if he's not fully called up to the main roster. I just kind of want that to happen now. For this match, it's going to be a fun match. It's going to be a very athletic match.
Yes.
Ciampa. It's going to be Ciampa. It's going to be Ciampa.